Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm in the mood for a darker color palette today. This piece is a little experimental. I wanted to try and see if it's possible to incorporate bokeh into an impasto piece since most of it requires quite a fair bit of blending. As this is more of a moodier landscape, I decided to choose a black canvas as base. It's a less popular choice among artists, especially the professional ones, but I like the way the black subtly peeps through between the knife strokes and paint, giving it a darker undertone and glamorous feel. I would like to think of this as a classic Lina piece with roadside wildflowers and bokeh lights, but I've seriously ran out of topics to waffle on about for the voiceover because I think I've recycled the subject of psychology behind wildflowers and blurry lights way too many times. So while I was on my serial Google search spree, I came across something interesting which I thought I'd share. I actually don't doodle much, but I used to. I hardly use a pen and paper these days, so gone were my doodling days. But did you know that our mindless drawings can say more about our personalities than we may realize? It has been claimed. Experts have revealed our subconscious scribblings can show that we have a selfish side, are feeling the pressure at work, or even our skeletons in our closets. The shapes and objects drawn, the color of ink used, and the position of the scribbles on the page can all provide clues into our state of mind, life outlook, motivations, and more. An art shape, for instance, can indicate someone is secretive, while retraced doodles are often a sign of being overworked. Crisscrosses can be a sign of anxiety, and straight lines suggest that someone is a no-nonsense type, and pointed shapes can indicate an ambitious and competitive nature. The hidden meanings were revealed after makers of the Four Colors pen, BIC, teamed up with a doodle expert and consultant graphologist called Tracy Trussell to launch their Design and Shine competition. Tracy Trussell says that doodles are like little maps that guide us in the exploration of people's psyches. They are created casually, usually when the doodler is concentrating on something else, by the complete free flow of uninhibited symbols, live and direct from the subconscious. 1/5 of the population tend to doodle recognizable objects such as flowers, houses, stars, and faces. Flowers are the most popular recognizable objects drawn and tend to suggest that someone is loyal and faithful, and that friendships and relationships matter to them. A large circular center flower shows confidence and is indicative of someone who likes attention. However, carefully drawn flowers suggest someone has an OCD, obsessive-compulsive personality. The second most popular objects sketched are stars, and as they contain points, they can indicate someone is ambitious. Those who doodle in this way have high expectations and aspirations in life and are determined to succeed. Faces are the third most favored and can indicate a host of things depending on what form they take. For instance, self-portraits can indicate someone is egocentric, but drawing other faces is often indicative of someone who is more of a people's person. But it's not just what you doodle, which provides insight into someone's personality or outlook on life. Those who do large doodles want to be noticed, whereas smaller doodlers enjoy the quiet life and are modest types. Doodling on the same spot is an indication of anxiety and is often drawn when people are under pressure. It can also be a sign of guilt. Shaded or filled doodles can simply mean someone is bored, but can also indicate that they are unhappy, have bottled up anger, or lack of self-confidence. Black is the most popular ink color for doodling, and this choice of color often suggests that someone is decisive and hardworking. Blue ink, typically used by 17%, often suggests that someone is peaceful and patient. Red is commonly used by energetic, passionate individuals, and green is the choice of eccentrics. The use of brighter colors such as yellow and orange often indicates someone is fun and frivolous, with a vivid and creative imagination. I don't exactly remember what I used to doodle, but back in my yesteryear classroom days, my notebook would be filled with tribal designs and roses. Perhaps it's time to dig out those old sketchbooks and see what our doodles say about us. Anyway, that was totally unrelated to this painting, and I really like the way this turned out. Definitely one of my favorites now. I hope you like this piece, hence without further ado, let's begin.
There's something in the wind, I can feel it blowing in. It's coming in softly on the wings of a bomb. There's lately